Hello again, all my farming folks. Welcome back to Sam's Organic Pasture Farms. Today, we are getting ready for our fall crop, going to be seeding our fall vegetables. Here in Florida, we have a unique growing system. We have winter, because here in Central Florida, we can actually grow during the winter. Also, here in Florida, our summers are not good for a lot of crops in the summertime. Tomatoes, it's too hot, too humid for the pollen to even drop. So you got to pick what season you're going to plant what. You got to be pretty accurate, otherwise you're wasting time, wasting money. We don't like to do either here on the farm. So what we're going to do is take these little rolls, toilet paper rolls, paper towel rolls, and then you just cut them up in little pieces. Fill each one with some organic. Again, everything we do here on the farm is organic. So we have organic raised bed garden soil. Essentially what we're going to do is fill each one of these up with this soil, and after that we will be putting seeds, and then I'll show you how to give it a little dose of water to make sure everything stays wet and moisturized. So first things first, just grab some dirt and put it in. Don't pack it too tight, because again, you want the roots to be able to grow. And we're going to sit here and fill up each one of these. It's a nice overcast day today here in Florida. The sun isn't beating down on me too bad. We're getting ready to head into our winter, so it's nice. See, that one was not packed enough, so everything at the bottom fell out when I transferred. You do not want to cover anything on the bottoms, because you want the water to have contact with the soil so the soil stays moist. And what you plant is up to you and your climate. Here, I do believe we're in 10B in Central Florida, which is hot. So a lot of plants, you got to make sure that the climate you're in, the zone you're in, for what you can plant what time of year. Here, really, we don't get too much. It really barely ever even reaches freezing in this area. So I don't even have to worry about frost, which is nice. But certain plants, you gotta make sure of when you're planting them. And we will skip forward until each one of these is filled, and then we will go on about how to enter seeds and make sure everything is good. There you go. When we got all these done, essentially just move them to one side. I like to work left from right. So we put them all on the left. And as we fill them, we'll move them to the right. It's a thick stick. See, again, organic. Made of real stuff. When you open these bags, and if it's truly organic, it should smell like, have a slight, you don't want too strong, but it should have a slight manure smell. Plus, when you're unpacking it or separating it, you should see little sticks. It just means it's purely organic. So, one thing that we like here are cucumbers. So, we're going to be planting 4 different types of cucumbers here on the farm. Take 2 seeds, gently push them in, grab a little bit of dirt, put it on top. That was done. Now, again, we like cucumbers. So that's one type of cucumber. Here's another type of cucumber. We try to go with the burpless. I really don't know the difference between them. But I was told that the burpless makes it so you don't have that gas in your stomach. It makes you want to, belch. And each one, I'm putting 2 seeds in. I know a lot of farmers say put 3. I find 2 works. So push them in, give them a little separation, gently press. And then the light covering on the top. And that one's done. And another cucumber. And again, 2 seeds. Put them towards the middle. Gentle press. And then a nice little covering. And there's our cucumbers. 1, 2, and 3. And next, we like squash and zucchini. So we're going to do one of each. I really never had any zucchini or squash that didn't pop up. For these ones, we will be doing 1 seed per. And because it's a slightly larger plant, I'm also going to be doing one of the bigger rolls. You don't want to be putting a log on the very top. And that's a squash, technically zucchini. There we go. And this is the squash. Squash and cucumbers, I do believe, are in the same family of plant. There we go, just one. And grab a slightly taller one. And voila. Put the seed in. Again, no logs on the top. Another great thing about starting your seeds in these rolls are some carrots and anything that's a rooted vegetable. They don't like to be transplanted. Putting them in these prevents you from having to technically transplant. So you do is take this, you'll see in this later video, but we'll take this and directly sow it into the ground. This is paper. It has no perfume, no extra chemicals. We don't get toilet paper or paper towel rolls that are colored or scented for that reason. That way we can just take these and directly sow them into the ground. There's no harm in that. It's actually very good. You can take rooted vegetables that like to be in roots. I'm supposed to be doing 2 squash and 2 zucchinis. I only did 1. But it makes planting and transplanting a whole lot easier. Because again, you don't actually have to transplant. All you can do is dig a little hole and put whatever nutrients you typically put whenever you're transplanting inside the hole. And then all you gotta do, whoa, way too many seeds on that one. Just put one of these inside the hole. Super simple, super easy, and it's all organic. That will break down in time, and it will actually feed the plant. Hawk is making a lot of noise today, or whatever type of bird that is. I'm not really a bird person, but it is super loud today. Very close. These are super hard to open. Have to have a pair of scissors. Sorry about that. I have to grab a pair of scissors. There we go. And this one is another type of cucumber. Split planting 4. And now we have our 4. We like cucumbers here. We like to pickle them. We like to use them for all different types of things. Plus, you can feed them to pigs. Chickens like them. It's a good multi-verse plant. Lettuce. This is iceberg lettuce. Seeds are super, super small. So when they come out, it comes out in a ton at a time. Okay, right there, we have our 3 seeds. So we will grab a small one of these, grab the 3 seeds, sprinkle them on top. We're gonna do 3 of those. And each one of these, what I would do is separate them about a week apart, because a lettuce is a one-time thing. It grows and then you eat the whole lettuce. There's no way of actually keeping one lettuce so it can continuously grow. It just doesn't work. 2 lettuce. And next week we'll plant 2 more lettuce, 2 more cauliflower, because once you harvest it, that's it. So we will do 2 of the lettuces, 2 of the cauliflowers. Again, super small seeds. And these ones are round and black. We'll put the 4 cauliflower seeds in this one. And then we'll put 4 cauliflower seeds in this one. I don't know what that is, but it was hard. Gentle tapping. Now, try to pick up all the extra cauliflower seeds without any dirt. There we go. A couple more here. Put it in the bag. Put it in the bag. A couple more. Again, the super tiny and the black. So it's very hard to distinguish these from actual dirt. They're not quite as black as the dirt, but they're still pretty dark. And we have our 2 cauliflower, and then 2 iceberg lettuce. We have our 2 summer squash, 2 zucchini, and then 4 of our cucumbers. Now, what we will do is for broccoli. Broccoli, I will show you later on how you can actually get them so they come up and actually grow in different ways. Plant 4, we'll harvest 2 one week and 2 more next week. It's a simple little thing you can do to make it so they don't grow exactly at the same rate. Now, again, super tiny seeds, also black. So we put 3 in that one, put 3 in that one, put 3 in this one, and 1 more, thank you. And we'll put 3 in this one. All right. Now, each one of these plants has a different germination time, but roughly they're all about 7 to 10 days. A couple of them are 5, like the cucumbers. They take about 5 days, and then after 5 days, you'll start to see something start poking through the ground. Shortly after they are poking through the ground, once they have their secondary seed leaves, you can transplant these. Again, technically not transplanting, because simply and do a separation so you know exactly what you have and where you have them. Right now, you don't need to worry about light. They're not growing. Cabbage, Bok Choy. These are an Asian plant, but they're very easy to grow, very nutritious. So we'll be doing 3 of these. And again, it's another plant. Once it's harvested, it's done. So we'll be doing some of these today, and then next week we'll be doing some more. Again, tiny black seeds. Really can't tell if I got seed until I push down on it, and it's hard. Super black. Same color as the soil. Woo! And there we just dumped out a ton. Okay. Now, I should do 3 Bok Choy. Look at how many seeds I just dropped into my hand. There's 3. That one's got 4. And that one got 4 now. All right. So, we'll have 3 Bok Choys. First one's already capped. Second one's capped. Third one's capped. And we'll leave those right here. And then the last 4, we're going to do 2. Again, Chinese plant. This is their essentially lettuce. It's actually a type of cabbage, but it's a green cabbage. And seeds, once again, very small. So we're going to do 2. And because they don't always germinate, we'll do again 3 in each one of these cups. There's one. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And I like how the Chinese package them. Nice, clear little envelope. And then you just put them back into their sealable. Very, very nice, watertight, airtight. And then you put it back into its original packaging so you can tell what it is. Love how they did that. And the last two will be onions. Again, onions, something that we don't really use much of, but we do use. And because it's a one-time thing, we'll have to offset the plantings of these. And I do believe, once again, we're going to be dealing with a tiny black seed. Livingston, if you could figure out a way to do your packaging better, it would be nice. And we're doing 2. So 3 seeds in 1. And 3 seeds in the other. Now, on the bok choy and the onion, you just need a little dirt. Cover them up. Little dirt, little dirt. A little bit of dirt. Again, no logs on the top. Inside it's fine, the roots can go around it, and the roots will actually start helping to break it down. But on the top, you don't want the stem to have to curve around something. All right. Now, we have everything placed in dirt. Keeping them separate, like I said, so you know what is what. You can write on them with a magic marker. Afterwards, I'll be coming back out and doing that. But this is just to show you how to easily set up seeds inside something that makes transplanting very easy. And completely organic. You don't have to worry about tap roots or anything else. It all just comes in this. So something with a taproot, take it, dig a hole, put your fertilizer in, place this in, and give it a quick little gentle covering. It's very simple. Grab some water, and once you have them in place, what we'll do is take this, pick it up, pull it so nothing spills over. You want to set it out of the rain, but at the same time, it does need the warmth from the sun. So you want it to be where the sun can hit it, but you don't want the rain to be drowning them. So put it underneath some covering, but where the sun can hit it. And once you have that done, what you're going to do, take some water. And this is why we put them on a tray. Just fill the tray with water. The dirt will naturally suck up the water, feeding and moisturizing the plant. And then just put a little water on the top of each one. Just putting a little bit of water on the tops of each one. Get those seeds nice and wet. Make sure the soil is nice and wet. All right, and about 7 days, and we'll start to see some green popping up. And as always, if you enjoyed the content, share it with somebody that you think can find this information useful and helpful. And if you find this information useful, if you know somebody that will use this information or find it useful, please just do a share, give a like, and follow for more content on how to do everything on the farm organically. As always, I'm Sam, and thank you very much. Stay tuned.